On this side quest, I'm visiting some local vernal pools. Twice. Vernal pools are a specific type of wetland where depressions in the ground fill up with rainwater over the fall and winter, creating temporary pools, and then dry up in late spring and summer. Vernal pools are often a collection as opposed to a solitary pool, and they're connected through small streams called vernal swales. They can range in size from smallish puddles to large, shallow lakes. However, a vernal pool is neither a puddle or a pond. Where rain puddles quickly dry up, the bedrock or hard clay ground of a vernal pool can keep water off until midsummer. But a vernal pool is too temporary to be considered a pond. This means that season by season, vernal pool wetlands can change drastically. I checked out the Isla M. Collin Conservation Preserve near Sacramento in late January after a few good rains. It's an interesting, if alien-looking landscape with an ecosystem all its own. A barren, scraggly grassland made even less hospitable by the icy January wind, which I did not prepare for. It's hard to see how anything would choose to live here. Certainly nothing I could see on that first visit. Even the birds were hard to find. But I was interested to see how clear the pools were. While the same grasses grow in and around the pools, there's no mud or silt or sand to cloud the water. And if you take a closer look, you'll see the water isn't completely devoid of life. Many tiny life forms thrive in vernal pools, including many species of crustaceans, insects, snails, and algae. I could tell there were living things only because the tiny particles were going the opposite direction of the flow of all the other bits and pieces. Look, there goes a little something right now. This may not have been the most exciting side quest, but something about this place tells me I haven't seen everything it has to offer just yet. And while I was ready to escape back into my heated car, I would need to revisit the pools later to see what else is happening. And I was right. The scraggly brown landscape is now a green carpet spotted with purples and yellows. I visited on a warm day in late March, and I couldn't believe the difference. Flowers were blooming throughout the entire area. Considering how vast this landscape seems, vernal pool environments in California's Central Valley have dropped by nearly 90% due to agriculture and urbanization. On my walk to the pools, I found evidence that the mammals were moving back in. Most likely voles or gophers, but these wetlands also lend themselves to rabbits and coyotes as well. Grasses were joined by various ferns. When I got to the pools, the yellow flowers hadn't quite opened, but as the day warmed up, they bloomed into these yellow frying pan poppies. And these purple ones are field cluster lilies. There were a few of these white bunches, which is likely popcorn flower, and just a very small smattering of white-tipped clover. But around me, I could see lots of other buds of things not yet blooming. I don't really have words to describe what I'm seeing or the joy it brings my heart. I was happy just to sit on the dock and soak it all in, when I realized something on the small island was moving. There, do you see it? Just a small speck, but then it moves. Right there. From a different vantage point, I realized it's the world's smartest goose, who made her nest on this little island in this solitary field of flowers. That bird is a genius. Next, I took a closer look to see if the pool itself had any more life than last time. My camera was not made for looking at tiny things underwater, but I tried my best. The water is still crystal clear with a soft bed of grasses and algae, and I could see the tadpoles have arrived. Vernal pools are a perfect fit for frogs and toads. Since fish cannot live in the pool, they have fewer natural predators to eat the eggs and tadpoles. But that doesn't make them easier to film. My camera got progressively worse and worse until, what is this? This might as well be the inside of an alien brain for all I can tell. Thankfully, someone had left a white plastic tub by the pool, probably for this exact reason. I finally used it to scoop out a little water from the pool to see the tadpole better, and I never even realized how many microscopic life forms were right there the whole time. I think these are some type of tiny crustacean. These are either clam shrimp or vernal pool tadpole shrimp. This one here, I'm guessing, is a mosquito larva. Not my favorite, but he's a funny little guy. Look at what a good swimmer he is. And when I was done, I carefully plopped them all back into the pool. I took some time to just enjoy the view and the quiet. I didn't even mute this video. This is how silent it really is. My life doesn't have a lot of these moments, so I'll take what I can get. Just hanging out with the tadpoles and the goose, not thinking about my to-do list or much of anything really. So again, maybe this wasn't the most exciting side quest, but lovely all the same. Sometimes I think you have to look a little closer, spend a little more time, be a little extra quiet to really take it all in. And I don't think this is the end of this side quest. I think if I come back in another 6 to 8 weeks, there might be other flowers to see, or birds to find, bigger tadpoles, maybe even frogs. Check back in a month or so and we'll see what we can find.
La 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 la, I am weird.
Blah, 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 blah.